Hello, my friend. Welcome to the channel Ads with Loveneek. Today, in this video, I will show you how to target your audience right way in 2025 on Meta ad, whether you are running e-commerce, lead gen, or even a local business campaign. Everything in one single video. So, without wasting any time, let's begin. Before we start, I will just give you an overview on current targeting options we have in 2025, right? So first we have audience control option from where we can, control the audiences. Let's say if we want to keep our targeting to a certain location or region, we can mention that, and we can also exclude some of the cities or even the pin code locations from there, right? This will be for location. And if you click on show more options, then you will find out this minimum age option. So from here you can set a minimum age, and from to restrict your campaigns to reach certain age group audience. Now you can also use this section to exclude custom audiences. Let's say if you are running a top of the funnel campaigns, you can use this option to exclude your retargeting or middle of the funnel audiences. Now if we just click on the audience suggestion option. So once you will click it, so whatever you will add here, let's say if you add the age group from if I select the age group from, let's say 20 to 22, let's say we select 52, right? So what it does is it will just consider this as a suggestion, and it doesn't guarantee us that it will only deliver our ads to the age group of 20 to 52. Okay, so whatever you do under the advantage plus audience section is only a suggestion. No matter what, if you just add a custom audience here, so again still it is just a suggestion. It can go beyond your custom audiences or the age group you have added or the gender you have targeted or the detailed targeting options you have added over here, right? So this is one option we have for the audience targeting. The another one is the basic one, which is if I just click on it, one second. So if you select this use original audience option, then it will show you the the audience that was previously available, right? So here there is no advantage plus thing mentioned, right? So whatever you do here will be restricted to the targeting. Now let's come to our topic, and we will discuss how you can target your target audience in 2025 and achieve the maximum result possible from your advertising budget. So now before we start, first let's clear one confusion first. Is detailed targeting still relevant, or is it just go broad and win? Now here's my honest opinion. After running campaigns with millions in ad spend, I can surely say that targeting still works, and in many cases it outperforms broad targeting, especially if you are selling high ticket products or need high qualified leads for your a big amount purchases like a real estate property or a coach or a educational course of high value. So for those of things, when the the order value is high, you need retail targeting, and I have seen this in many accounts. Retail targeting always outperform in such cases. For example, if you run lead gen with broad targeting, chances are that your cost per lead will decrease. It is obvious because your targeting is getting increased and your CPM cost will be reduced. But the thing is, those leads will come at a lower cost, but the conversion rate will be much lower than your detailed targeting audiences. Even in case of lookalike, the results will not be as good as with the detailed targeting. So this is, I am telling you with my personal experience managing budgets of millions of dollars on Meta, right? And for e-commerce, again, you if you use ASC campaigns or if you go broad, then yes, you will get good number of purchases. Your cost per purchase will reduce. But again, the same thing in e-commerce. What happens? What I have seen is in many cases the RTO gets increased. Let's say if you are running campaigns on retail targeting or lookalikes, you will be good, right? But but once you start using the AC campaigns and heavily spend on AC campaigns and on broad targeting, you also might have noticed that your RTO, gets improved. So that's why broad targeting still works in 2025. So you should leverage this targeting option, and just don't go with the broad targeting only, as everyone over there is saying that okay, the broad is the new thing, AI thing. Just don't just don't go blindly with the broad targeting. I'm not saying that broad targeting doesn't work. It works for my clients, many businesses. I have delivered very good results with broad targeting, but it is not like that it fits all. Okay, so you just you need to give it a try. And if you want a detailed detailed discussion on this video or on this topic, which is broad versus detailed targeting, I will attach a link to my video and you can just have a look on that. So now let's come back to our topic, and let's discuss how you can target in 2025 on meta ads to achieve the maximum result possible from your advertising budget. So let's start with lead generation. Now, here's the rule I follow. If you're selling a high ticket service or product like real estate, coaching, B2B, or B2B tools, so in that cases, I would suggest or recommend you to use detailed targeting. And let's say if it is a low ticket lead like a gym membership or a small clinic, be it dental or any other, etc., then you can test broad targeting or lookalike audiences too. Now here's the real strategy. I call it 1+1 targeting strategy, right? So basically what this strategy does is, first of all, you have to go with the use original targeting option. You don't have to use the advantage plus audience for this strategy when you will be running the campaigns and using the 1+1 strategy. So in this strategy, what we do is, let's say we want to promote our, or we want to market our dog food, right? Let's say it is there is a product which is dog food, and we want to market it, we want to sell it by via meta ads. So how will you do that? So what many people will do is, they will just select the location over here, and then the age targeting over here, then the gender, and then they will simply put, let's say, dog lovers, right? So what it does is, let's say you have this thing in mind that okay, I am selling dog food, then people who are interested in dog lovers will make a purchase. This is a good thing also. Like, I won't say that this is something which is a very opposite of what should be doing, but a better way of targeting, which I call as a 1+1 strategy, would be, so in the first targeting option, we will target dog lovers, as you did, let's say. So, or we can just target dogs as an interest, right? And then when we can narrow it down by pet food. Now, so what difference it makes? Let's say if you have only targeted dogs over here as an interest, or maybe a few others from the suggestions which are similar to that, then your ad will be targeted to people who are interested in dog. And how does meta know that people are interested in dogs? It is by, let's say, if someone are some people are liking the dog pictures, the cute pictures, so it thinks that okay, we should deliver our ads to that audience. But when you do this, like when you target first dogs, and then when you narrow it down by pet food or pet supplies, so people who are interested in dog might not be interested in pet food, right? Because they like dog, they are liking dog pictures, but they won't like dog food unless or until they have a pet, right? So the chances of, when you do this targeting, the chances of your ad reaching to the people who are a owner of a pet, which is dog, increases drastically. And that's how you can leverage this 1+1 strategy to for your campaigns to achieve the maximum result possible from your advertising budget. Just need to be careful about one or two things. First thing is, just check if you are using the advantage plus audience. If you are using the advantage plus audience and using this 1+1 strategy, then the strategy won't work, because then again the meta only consider this niche targeting or laser targeting as a suggestion only, and the results might not be as good as with the original targeting option. So first you need to select the original audience targeting option, and then you have to add interest like that as per your product you are marketing. Also make sure that this also unticked. If you tick this, then again it will just consider these interest as a suggestion and then target people beyond that as well. So this is the one use case of 1+1 targeting strategy. Okay, now let's say if you are targeting for e-commerce brand. So if you are a mass product, if you're selling a mass product like accessory or wearables or kitchen items, so broad targeting can work for you and it can deliver you very very good results. But again, don't blindly trust it. If you want to refine your traffic, here are a few ways you can. For e-commerce you can use lookalike audiences of website visitor, add to cart or purchasers, and exclude your audiences from your from your custom audience so you don't overlap. Or you can use 1+1 strategy again if you're launching a niche product, right? Now let's come to the local business. And also for e-commerce strategy, the mistake many of the people do is, what they do is they just do interest targeting or they do broad targeting, right? And then they don't exclude any of the audience from the audience section. Now what it does is, let's say you have added your interest. Okay, let's say if you are added your interest over here, you have even maybe you have added let's say a lookalike of purchasers and everything, right? And then what they think is that the orders or the purchases they are getting from the campaigns are all from the new customers or the people who haven't heard of their brand. But what ideally happens is, when you don't exclude any of the audiences from your ad set and run the campaign as is, then your campaign also does the retargeting. So to avoid that, you always have to add exclusions of your middle of the funnel and the bottom of the funnel audiences. For your middle of the funnel you can exclude FBIG engagers, and for your bottom of the funnel audiences you can exclude website visitors, add to carts, etc., right? So this is for the e-com business, and always just remember to untick this option. Yeah, and just one more thing I want to flag is that, let's say if you have created a remarketing campaign, so let me just add a custom audience of website visitors. Okay, so let's say I have created a remarketing campaign for my client. So what people do is they add this remarketing audience of website visitor 1 days using the advantage plus audience. Now again, what will happen is, if you create a remarketing campaign with the advantage plus audience, then it won't be a remarketing campaign, because the system will spend beyond the audience, because you have turned the advantage plus audience feature on. So you have to be careful about that. Also, let's say if you use the original audience option as we are using right now, and again if you select this thing, reach people beyond your custom audience when it is likely to improve your performance, then again what it does is it will just consider this as a suggestion. As you can see, if I just untick that, you can see the audience size of a website visitor in last 180 days is 4,200 to 5,000. And once I click it, the audience size becomes broad over here, from narrow to broad. So which makes it a top of the funnel campaign and not a remarketing campaign. So while creating the remarketing campaigns, you have to be cautious about all these things and you will be fine. So now let's discuss about the local businesses. Now come to the most category, which is again the local businesses. So whether you're promoting a dental clinic or restaurant or even a cooking center, here's what works. So again, you can leverage 1+1 strategy as per your client. Okay, and then what you can do is, for the local businesses, as you will be targeting in a specific radius or in a small area. So if you use the 1+1 strategy, your audience size will become very very narrow, right? And this is not something that we want. So for that cases only, when you are targeting for local businesses, what I would recommend you is, you can target as 1+1 as according to your business, as just I showed you an example. So you can just follow that, and you can click on reach people beyond your retail targeting selection. Why I'm saying that? Let's say if you are running ads for a dental clinic, right? So for dental clinic, you will run your ad in a particular radius, right? And you cannot, increase your audience sizes based on the geographical location. So this is not in your control, but you at the same time want good quality leads for your clients. So what you can do is, in that case, you can use the 1+1 strategy and click on this reach people beyond your targeting selection when it's likely to improve performance. So what it does, it will consider your targeting option and also try to find more people within that radius to help you get better results. Okay, so I'm telling you, you can only use this for your local business, as you will be fine without that also in many cases. Okay, so this is the 1+1 targeting strategy with the advantage plus audience on. So you can again leverage that, and you will have good results from your campaign. So this is some targeting tips that I wanted to share with you. I hope I was able to add some value with that. So yeah, take care. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye. See you in the next one.